morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Market is gapping down quite a lot today, and the indices Qs is on the 150 EMA and also the 550, 595 area, and the semis dipping into the weekly 9 EMA, which it has found support for several times since the April last year, since the whole uptrend. So I would expect there will be some bounce near the open, and I'll try to cover some shorts, a bit partials, or maybe not, and I will look for the short opportunities or SNDK and the other memory names. So SNDK is opening lower than the previous day low, under the anchor VWAP from all-time high, under the 9 EMA. I think a bounce to the 625-ish, or even bounce back to 635 is a very possible resistance level and an intraday level to find a short. But it hugely depends on the relative strength and weakness of SNTK and the general market. And there's some I think ONDS and Red Cat is the strong names gapping up because of the Iran news and also the LASR and the AAOI. Not sure about the news or catalyst, but they are the optics theme. So they're going really fast. The AOI is up 100% in just 2 trading days. Things really get faster this year. Actually, last year too, but 100% move in 2 days in a selective market condition is, I think it's not commonly seen. I'm not going to enter it. Take any longs today. I think at least I'm not going to take AOI or like the one that is, or this LASR. Hopefully they can go to maybe 150 and then set up for a parabolic short. But right now I'm just I'm trying to focus on the short side first. But definitely there are a lot of still many names that is holding up very well, especially in the semi sector. And the optics is the one of the strongest theme. It's light and Corning. Also the really strong stocks at the moment. But I just don't want to get distracted, and at least for me, I don't think I'm trading good enough to trade both long and short side at the same time. Let's see whether I can get some. I can cover some shorts at the open. I don't know why my stop the line of my stop is disappeared. But I'll focus on the trading first, and then I think it's kind of some bug or in trading view. I'm going to reopen it. I think I got stopped out for MSTR shorts. That's the push right after the market. Right at the market open. Stopped on circle. It takes out the previous bar high already. That is, be a bit patient at the first 15 minutes. When there's a Red Cat is pushing up, pushing higher after the open. Very strong action. If market is going to hold by the day, then maybe SNTK can be a really good high tide flag. Fastly strong. Fastly just break out from previous day high. Rotate SNDK. Oh, CK is a weaker one. We should have treated this one rather than Western Digital. My mistake. Yeah, should have treated the CK. Really interesting to see ONDS and Red Cat is still holding up really well. Circle is turning back up and even taking out the Wednesday's high. And crypto really need to prove itself and quickly pushes higher. If it's still hanging around this level, it will be not good. I'm gonna wait for the retest of SNTK on the Anchor VWAP. Whether I think there will be one. Today's trading field is feeling a bit laggy to me today. Not smooth. Yeah, now it's better. ONDSN is still going. Kills is now on the 5-minute 9 EMA. I've also shorted STX and see. Let's see. And I added to SNDK for the Anchor VWAP retest. Not sure. I think it worth a shot. If we are getting rejection and follow through to the downside, IWM is actually under the weekly 9 EMA now. Light is reversing from the highs. Huge volume on the first 15-minute candle. Not explosive, but still quite high volume. This Carmen also having strong follow through. Also another strong names. AV2. AV I believe is near the anchor VWAP. Yes, a little bit dangerous. You can easily reverse and then close below the 50 EMA. Really depends on the close. And IWM is still weaker, the weakest in the index among the three. I think it's more favorable for the shorts, but it's also on the 50 EMA too. I don't really know, but if I have to pick one side, I'm just going to pick the short side. And Qs is now under the 9 and 21 weekly EMA. I don't like it. If I'm playing long, I don't want to kill this under the 9 and 21. And Nvidia last week's candle is really big, bearish engulfing, and then close below the 9 and 21 weekly. Now it's trying to bounce into the declining 9 and 21 on the weekly. I would play if it gets up tomorrow into maybe the 182 level, then it is a good spot to watch for. Crypto is pushing higher and really needs to go. I want it to go fast. If it's not, it will be a really another short entries for on the EMAs, on the 9 EMA. Oh, this is not the 9 EMA. This is the 15 EMA. I've used a different EMA settings for crypto, but it's the same principle. Hopefully the bounce won't stop me out from the SNDK and all the memory names, and then I can take a Nvidia shot tomorrow. That's probably best scenario. Or maybe even I have to take the Nvidia shot at the hourly 9 EMA. But that is a little bit too I would take too much risk. Coherent is another optic name. Gapping up. Getting accelerated. It's accelerating to the breaking out from this upper trend line, getting steeper and steeper. Don't know when will it stop and then going to fall, but really not much opportunities, not much good entries for entering the memory and the optics name. You really have to maybe bought the dip on the 9 EMA, on the pullback buys on the 50 EMA, so on the hourly chart. Oh, here maybe there's one on this day here on the pullback on the 21 EMA, and the anchor fill up from the low, from the swing from the earnings. Maybe actually today, like if maybe today will be the EP, and then there's another 30, 40, or 50% move. Maybe. EMAs of Intel they are really compressing. Just don't know which way they're going to expand. IWM turns green. That's amazing. Hopefully I can get an Nvidia short for tomorrow and not getting stopped out on the SNDK. That's all I wish. Yeah, that's the push. I still prefer it to push higher. Just get above the 150. Maybe I can take a try on Nvidia today. Let's see. Live captions, I will look into it. Okay. I'm not sure whether I can get it done, but I will look into it. IGV has a huge volume candle last week on a key level 77 area, previous lows. But compared to the huge volume, the price action is a bit weak. It even cannot close above the prior week high. I'm afraid it's going to set up for another short. If the volume is that huge, you should get like a candle something like this. These price actions to me is weak. Maybe it bounced back into the 21 and then it going to get rejected, forms a range between 9 and 21, and see which size wanted to break out. Maybe build a inverse head and shoulder, or just another bear flag. ARK is bouncing pretty strong, but still at the 21 EMA. I'm in STX. I'm in SNDK, WDC, and STX, all three. Oh, this is really low price for this bear triple ETF for semis. And this is split. I think this is a merge 3 days later. How I chose my moving averages, I just did simple trial and error. I'm just try, but I think the 9 EMA I learned it from the day trading guys. I forgot. I think I just randomly watched some day trading videos in YouTube, and most of them are using the 9 EMA. And then I just put it into my chart and think it is pretty useful, and the price is respecting it pretty well. And for 21 and 50, just I think if you're using the 10-day, the 20-day, and 50 days, then it's another popular one that people are using. And the reason why I love using EMA is just they are smoother, especially for the trending stocks. And the price, I think they are the stock is respecting the EMA a bit better than the simple one. At least for the fast moving stocks or the tech stocks or the stocks that I'm trading, you can just try everything, try anything, and then pick your favorite one. I think it doesn't really matter that much. And the 150 days, the one that I'm also like I'm trying to add one more EMAs on a longer period. And I tried 100, 150, and 200, and find 150 fits better than the two, and then I just chose the 150. Nothing fancy. For the crypto one, I think I'm using the 13, 30, and 60. Okay. Because crypto is trading 7 days a week compared to stocks which is 5 days a week, that I just extended the EMA from like trying to expand from the ratio of 5 to 7. Because if nine EMA kind of means 10, like kind of means 10 days, and 10 days is 2 weeks in the stock market. But for crypto, 2 weeks is 14 trading days. Then I'm just -1 using 13, and the rest is the same. But I still think the 9 or the 21 and 50 also works pretty well on the cryptos too, and it really doesn't change much in my decision making. Just keep it in, and then I will refer to both pairs of EMAs. Well, thanks for answering. Yes, I am using market orders. So SNTK is rejecting from like the trying to shoot higher but failed. Now is I think the first step in the downside, but I still need another confirmation for a retest into the 9 EMA on the weekly, on the daily, and also maybe the anchor free web. Maybe you can say today can be a 9 EMA retest. Yeah, but generally there will be another one after it closed below the 9 EMA, and this stock is really choppy and volatile, and then I'm not going to celebrate early until I close the shorts. Yes, longs and shorts are the positions that I'm holding. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, the weekly shot of light is extended, definitely extended. So I don't think now is a good timing to long this thing. At least not a good risk reward for trading this now. And Planet Lab is freaking out. Really crazy. S&P equal weight is trailing the 21 EMA really well, and it's still building higher lows from the past several weeks, even stronger than the IWM. I don't know. Like sometimes they're all noise. I have no idea whether the strength in the S&P equal weight, what does it means? But I only know the leaders are extended, and some are trying to lose the EMAs. The Qs is under all the EMAs, and the market is very selective. That's the fact. Okay, I took the short. I took the short of Nvidia. If it stops me out today, I think I would take another try. I'll try it again tomorrow if it's not getting down. When the market turns good, how fast I'm going to deploy my position, I have no numbers. I don't have any fixed numbers for that. Just have to manage the drawdowns. I think 3% is my limit. I don't have a fixed or a hard stop on the daily drawdown, but definitely now I'm risking around 0.3% on the trade. That means I have to lose 10 trades in a row to get a 3% drawdown. And generally, you won't. unless you get chopped in both long and shorts in the same day, like normally you won't get stopped out in 10 positions, 10 trades in a row in the same direction, unless you're over trading. I don't count the unrealized loss on the existing positions. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes it's easy to have more than 3% of the daily drawdown if you have a number of existing positions and you enter some new positions on that day and the plan doesn't work out, and also your existing position got stopped out and you have a larger drawdown than you expect. But um yeah, I think the 3% is just a mental stop, or and I only counted the new trades that I'm taking on that trading day only. But very rarely I would get a 10 losing trades in the same day. In the last December that I get a 26% drawdown. Mm, I think I just got maybe 5, or sometimes I get a 3, sometimes I get a 5, sometimes maybe I think 6 to 7 is the maximum for losing trades per day. But I just keep getting stopped out, keep getting losses day after day. I tried, and also both the long and short side. So really be careful uh, if you're trying to switch, like trying to flip in your trading direction. Such as the market now, it's really choppy, and then you'll be easily get chopped up. So I think the more important one is the don't only focus on one trading day. You have you have to focus on maybe the drawdown from your peak equity, or just at least the trades within the same week, whether they are working or not. So yeah, crypto is pushing higher into the 4-hour 150 EMA. I think that's the first step for setting up uh, a bigger pullback, or a bigger bounce. I mean, a stronger bounce to maybe 50 EMA. Looks like I'm getting stopped out from the Nvidia, and I'm still looking for the shorts on the gold and silver. On the, I think after they lose the like 9 EMA first, and then the first pullback into a declining 9 EMA, and this now the market is still bouncing, try and holding up, trying to bounce back into the declining EMAs. I just said it. I think I said it 1,000 times today. And before a strong close above them, I will look for the short side only, especially the Qs, the Nasdaq. The EMAs are still trending down, and the weekly is still under the weekly 9 and 21. And like the Nvidia is like the tech giant is getting hammered after the earnings. So SMCI is actually looking pretty good on the short side. Several weeks on basing below the 9 EMA on the weekly chart, and all the EMAs on the weekly chart are declining. What percentage? I'm about 300% short. Rod collab on the short side. I think the one thing that I like and don't like on Rock Collab is I think the sector is strong. Although I'm not sure whether Rock Collab is also operating or also building the drones or the UAV or the rockets and satellites only, because the trading view that is pretty the categorization is pretty bad, or the sector industry defining system is pretty bad. But Rocket Lab is, one hand is above the 21, and on the other hand is under the 9 EMA. If it's just if you're trying to short it, I think now it's like at the EMAs is the best. It gives you the best risk reward. It's just about the market. If the market is weak, it's probably worth it. But like the choppy market, I don't know. But definitely, I think shorting at the where the EMAs is coming close together is the best risk reward one. And ASTS earnings today, I'm just feeling a bit mixed. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, Planet Lab is strong too. But if Planet Lab is weaker, then I think it will be much better. But comparatively, like the Rocket Lab is, the relative weakness makes it a better candidate to short. But on the sector wise, it's still one of the leading one. At least not the weakest ones. I don't really know, but I think if you wanted to short it, I think the rounded EMAs are the great spot to take a try. If the market gaps up tomorrow, what's my risk? Well, it really depends. If the market is gapping up maybe 2 to 3%, the general market 2% gap up into like 220, I think it is quite a rare event, like 2% gap up or gap down. Probably my individual stocks will gap up 5% each, probably. The other thing is could be maybe a 10% drawdown in my portfolio around. Because some I have some cushions on some names, and some will not be getting up that much. Maybe like maybe only gaps up for 3%. I believe it will be less than 10% drawdown. I don't use level 2. I never use it. So I'm going to call it a day here. Thank you all for coming and watching, and see you in the next one.